All right, we're live. Okay, I'm turning on Bluetooth. All right, really quickly, just finished up my third workout. You guys, listen. Um, when you guys are building and creating from the ether, you guys make sure that you're getting up early in the AM. You got to catch those downloads. That's when the veil is the most thin, and your line to the Most High God is like everything's clear. Anything you have questions about, you'll get answers to. It will just flow to you. Just flow. So make sure you're getting up early. Whatever you got to do, just make it happen. Also, while you're building, right? I like to think of it like, you're planting seeds. And nobody ever plants one seed. You know what I'm saying? You're planting multiple seeds. So with that whole process, you got to till the, the soil, and got to fertilize, and you know what I'm saying? You got to allow for the sun to do what it do, and you got to water it, and depending on what crops you have, and how, you know what I'm saying, into the spiritual you are, you got to make sure that you're pumping positivity to it, however you feel like that needs to be done. And you guys hit that like button. And when you guys are planting these seeds, just like anything else, what you got to do, you can't just sit there and look at it all day, can you? You got to walk away from it. Like, this is even proven in science, which, so how I feel about science. A lot of it's just institutions that are created by certain people that run everything, and they indoctrinate us so that whenever they want to make a reference to something to make it seem like they're the most reliable source, they go to the institutions they created. But anyway, um, these uh, these projects you have, you walk away from them because in science they say that molecules or whatever, they prove that they move a certain way through objects. They did a test where they had them moving through these two objects or observed them, right? So when they weren't being observed, they moved a certain way. When the molecules were being observed, or whatever it was, I can't remember, molecules, whatever, uh, they move differently, right? So apply that to whatever you're doing. You can't sit there and observe it, because then God can't work properly the way that he wants to for you. You got to plant it and you got to walk away. Plant it, you walk away. And I'm just, I'm saying, talking to you right now, right after my third workout, when I get most of my downloads and stuff. And I'm kind of out of breath, but that kind of happens when you do insanity 3 times. So, you guys, you plant it, you walk away, you don't observe it, you don't think about it. Basically, you do the work, and then you move on, you do something else. You know what I'm saying? And that way it can do what it do, and you don't think about it. And I'm a perfectionist, so I'm one of those people that's like, I used to go back, check on stuff. You can't, you just can't do it. What's going on, fam? What's going on? You when you're doing this and you claim that you're living this way, you really have to do what you say, right? So if you say that you know God, you got to know God. You have to let him do what he do. You can't try to control it. You can't micromanage it. You just gotta let it flow, right? And when you start letting it flow, that's when the magic really starts happening. That's when you feel the most in alignment. What I mean? You feel like the things that were kind of clogged before, what I mean, those neural pathways and just the flow, your energy, everything is just moving now. You know what I'm saying? Nothing has to be forced. You get more time off the rest. You know what I'm saying? We all know that rest. I keep, like, when God is trying to tell you something, it just pops up everywhere. You know what I mean? So, like, mine was rest. Like, rest. So I had to learn the discipline of rest. So, I mean, I really did, which, because I got a lot of energy. But again, that energy is supposed to be meant for, like, building, I'm saying, platforms and things for people, and not just for myself. So I'm learning how to, get my energy out properly, but how to also, replenish my energy, what I'm saying, with time to myself, speaking to God, right? And just learning the flow. Just learning the flow. And real quick before I go, I'm gonna put these comments up. You guys don't go anywhere. No problem, no problem. Um, you have, all right. You got a big mouth, okay? And the way you speak, you offended a lot of people that probably want to support you or wanted to support you, okay? They call this putting your foot in your mouth. Now I'm giving you honesty. It's just me being real. The veil is thin, so I'm going to be as honest as I could be at this time of the day. Uh, you weren't wrong. You just had animosity and you projected it towards everyone. But it's part of the growth process, right? So even these people that wanted to support you and they seen the way you be and the way you be moving and the way you be talking and it pisses them off, they gotta understand you're still growing. You never claim to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? You just know God, and you're as humble as you can when you're a person that knows God. And when you know God, you don't care what anybody thinks, but you also want to be considerate of their feelings. So man, you're working, man. You're just a man or woman. You know, you're not Jesus Christ. You know, we're just trying to be as close to that, you know what I'm saying, image of the Son of God as we can be, but we're not him. So, you're working on it. But what I'm trying to say is this, okay? Before I, what I'm saying, lose my connection and my flow. Um, you have to create space for the people that want to support you that you might have gotten on the wrong foot with in the beginning due to whatever traumas you was working through, uh, that you weren't quite through yet, but you don't appear to be that way because you handle things so greatly. So, you know, it's just something needs to be said, right? But just create space. And what I mean by that, platform yourself, merchandise yourself, brand yourself. So that way, even because you don't know who's watching you. You got celebrities watching you. Actors. You got comedians, singers, rappers, um, high level influencers, motivational speakers. So you guys got a lot of responsibility you got to take care of. But these people, and I'm not telling you, you know what I'm saying, I'm just telling you like they can't support you the way you would imagine it, right? You got to conceptualize a different kind of way. You got to think outside your own mindset and try to think from their perspective. So, but if you brand yourself and you know what I'm saying, you market yourself in a way like you Patreon yourself, whatever, that way they can support you that way. You see what I'm saying? Like support you from the shadows in a way, but still support you. So make sure you guys are making your merch, stuff like that, and advertising your merch and just creating space for people to support you that can't openly support you for whatever reason that may be, right? It's a lot of them. So just giving it an honest perspective and just giving you a viewpoint that you might not be looking at or from. So give it some thought, get these comments up. Yeah, I'm being as honest as I'm probably going to be with my guard down as much as going to happen because you get them workouts in, man. Absolutely. You get them workouts in, and you've accomplished all the tasks you set for yourself for the day. So now you can just go make a content, wherever it is. And man, you got that sense of accomplishment. You're like, all right, you know what I'm talking about. All right, well, we'll pray for you. Work through your problem. God bless you. God saves. So you're here. So you're already on the right path and in alignment. So just keep believing in yourself. You got this. God's got you. He's already shown you what you need to do. Okay. Let's get these comments up, y'all. No problem, fam. No problem. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate the shares. Appreciate the shares. And I'll do this more often. Um, I do a lot of thinking, a lot of writing stuff down right now. I do a lot of thinking when I work out. That's why, like, on your path, man. David Goggins said this. He was like, man, they're not going to understand you, man. I have said things like I've mentioned to my family members the workouts I do, and they looked at me. I've not like they looked at me like I was crazy, right into my face. Like just looked at me like, what in the hell are you talking about? Oh, you're gonna hurt yourself, man. And then I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. People don't understand what you're doing. and people understand that you know what you're doing here, and God's living through you, having a human experience, right? You know, and the only way for you to know your limitations is to test them repeatedly. And through the testing them, you learn them. And then guess what? You're not going to stop there. You're going to continue to push those limits. Limit breaker. I want you to remember that. Never limit yourself to the comfort zones that people have boxed themselves in due to fear of, what could be. And the fear that they're kind of indoctrinated into from social media, and radio and music and stuff like that. So they're stuck. And people call this the matrix, right? Your mind, your consciousness, which is really what it all is about, right? Christ consciousness, God consciousness. Your consciousness is above that. So, just remember that kind of stuff, you guys. Appreciate y'all. And again, I'm going to probably do more videos like this. I'll probably try to put thumbnails. I don't know. I don't think the thumbnails show if they're vertical videos. Someone let me know in the comment section, but I don't think they show up. I think it just shows up like whatever screen you have going on during the live stream. But anyway, appreciate y'all. I'm going to finish up. That's all the comments. God bless. God bless y'all. Appreciate you, brother. God bless you as well. God bless everyone watching the live stream and everyone that's going to watch it. You guys are part of my soul tribe, so I know y'all are getting blessings on a daily. So, I pray for you to get many, many more. Okay? Anyone with ailments and addictions, I pray that God is moving through you, gives you the will to get over it. So work through it, build routines, follow God, small routines, small steps. And then those small steps done over time, consistently, then you get the courage enough to do things bigger. And believe me, the stacking, the reps going to get you wherever you need to get to. So just don't get overwhelmed with what needs to get done. Just break it down in the milestones, and just slowly work your way through those. You know what I mean? So do what you gotta do. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Love and light. I'm gonna get ready to get off of here. Make sure I get all the comments up. Okay. You guys do me a favor, hit that like button. I went up 12 minutes. That's what's up. That's what's up. Can't be on here too long. I'm not a fan. I really feel like these cameras on these phones be doing too much. But I'm a conspiracy theorist. All right, you know how I feel about AI. I feel like it be scanning our faces all the time. So, get off of here so I can cover my camera up, my little whatever I got to cover the camera up. And then I'm going to get back on here a little bit later when the phone is about arm's reach away from me and my stand. And I will do this again. Appreciate y'all. Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.
It's on mute. Hey, hold on. Bitch, be quiet. Lot of niggas fake, so I'm moving in silence.